Welcome to my third installment of Country Tours. This time I visit the Dominican Republic, the beautiful island country in the Caribbean that boasts a diverse landscape. The DR is a very popular tourist destination, namely for its beautiful beaches such as Punta Cana, but it has so much more to offer, such as national parks and mountains, waterfalls, and a plethora of historical points of interest that are known to be the first in the Americas. On my first of 4 short days in the DR, I drove to this beautiful waterfall that's within an hour driving distance of Santo Domingo. Salto de Socoa is one of many impressive waterfalls in the DR, with a watering hole that acts as a natural spa. And in this particular one, you're surrounded by a tropical jungle. And if I had one regret from this trip, it's not giving myself the opportunity to explore more of the waterfalls on the island. My second day in the DR was spent exploring the history of Santo Domingo, the capital of the DR. It started here at the National Palace, where the president's office is located, and is considered one of the most beautiful buildings in all of DR. I proceeded to enter Zona Colonial, the historic central neighborhood of Santo Domingo and the oldest continuously inhabited European established settlement in the Americas, according to Wikipedia. I quickly noticed a change in landscape with the colonial-style buildings and the ruins of very old structures, such as the Monasterio de San Francisco. This is the first monastery in the New World, as construction began around 1508. According to historians, the building was damaged by earthquakes over the 16 and 1700s. Another first is the Hospital San Nicolas de Bari, which is considered to be the oldest hospital built in the Americas, dating back to 1503. Another first in Santo Domingo is the Catedral Primada de las Americas, which literally translates to the first cathedral of the Americas, which was built between 1510 and 1540. Here's a quick look at the National Pantheon of the DR, which serves as the final resting place of some of their most honored citizens. All of these historic points of interest and many more encompass the Plaza de la Hispanidad. This monumental square houses statues, overlooks the river, and is surrounded by bars and restaurants. Simply walking around the square takes you back into the colonial era as you stroll along a fort and feel the landscape decaying around you. Parque Independencia is within walking distance of the colonial zone and features busts of the DR's founding fathers and a mausoleum where the remains of the founding fathers rest. Next, we move along to Three Eyes National Park, which is an open-air limestone cave accompanied by a series of 3 lakes that all sit within the municipality of Santo Domingo. This is one of the most visited tourist attractions in all of the island. The caves are fed by water from an underground river that is surrounded by and composed of various minerals. The tour starts by walking down a series of steps, and throughout the cave you'll go up and down more steps as you explore. Eventually, you'll come across a ferry that's pulled by rope and takes you to a 4th lagoon for about 50 cents. In my opinion, this is a must-do experience if you're visiting the park, as the ferry takes you to a beautiful tranquil where movies such as Jurassic Park were filmed. Three Eyes is home to many species, including fish, bats, and turtles. Employees of the park will encourage you to feed the fish and might even hand you some crackers to feed them. By the way, driving around the island of the DR can be very intimidating if you're not experienced. So please use extreme caution if you plan to drive during your visit. While driving back to the city, I stumbled across this gigantic concrete monument that really piqued my curiosity. This structure, known as the Columbus Lighthouse, is the length of 2 football fields and apparently beams lights into the sky that are so powerful that they can be seen from neighboring Puerto Rico. Today there's lots of controversy about the character of Columbus, but for the purpose of this video, I'll simply explain the reason for this lighthouse. The mausoleum houses museums with objects from all of the countries in the Americas. And there are claims of Christopher Columbus's remains being sheltered at the lighthouse, though there's open controversy about this, and similar claims from the Seville Cathedral in Spain. The Telefedico de Santo Domingo is an aerial cable car transit system in the greater Santo Domingo area. It's approximately 5 kilometers long with 4 stations, and I decided to ride the whole thing. The cable car is an important means of transportation for almost 300,000 citizens and has only been in operation since May of 2018. The cable car travels above Santo Domingo metro area and has extraordinary views of the villages below, the mountains in the backdrop, the river, and the city skyline. And you can also catch the train traveling along the tracks across the river. My final day in the DR was spent driving into the mountains and hiking some of the trails in the Conastanza area. You'll drive through many small villages on your way to the mountains, and there are breathtaking views all around. The drive was very steep, windy, but luckily the streets are mostly well paved. There are many other popular destinations I did not get a chance to visit during my 4-day stay in the DR, including Puerto Plata, and of course Punta Cana. But that gives me plenty of reason to go back and explore the rest of the island. Preferably not during a global pandemic. But overall, I'm very happy with my 4-day stay in the DR, and fortunately I was able to maximize my time there. The food and the people are amazing, but like any other Spanish-speaking country, make sure to brush up on your language skills as many locals don't speak English. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure.